Hi there, everyone. My name is Eric Richards, and today we're going to continue our journey on talking about how to see a home, or from my point of view, how to show a home. And we're going to talk about homes built in the 1930s, 40s, and up into about 1950. The construction style of homes changed a lot from 1920 to 1930, mostly due to the advent of the Federal Housing Administration, but also electricity. You also saw some updates to plumbing. The architecture also changed away from the Victorians into Tudor-style homes, bungalows or flat-level ranchers. And then we saw a simplistic floor plan really come out in the late 40s into the 50s. So let's dive right into how to see one of these homes. So we're walking up to the home. The first thing we're paying attention to is the walkway. Is there any settling? Do we see any cracks or heaves? If we've got a ripple and the concrete's all broken up, that may be an indication of some settling around the foundation. We're also going to do a visual inspection around the outside of the home to look for any sort of cracks in the foundation. Are there any egress windows indicating that there's some sort of basement down below we need to take a look at? We're looking at the siding. If it's a Tudor, it probably has stucco. If it's a bungalow, it might be sided, it might be asbestos siding. So we definitely have to take a look at that. If it is asbestos siding, you may want to have it tested. You may want to have an individual kind of give you an opinion on how to care for this product. Also take a look at the roof, and are there gutters? Remember, some of these older homes didn't have gutters, and you might see something like exposed tail rafters. And are gutters even something you can add down the road? The reason I bring up gutters is some home inspectors are really going to, hammer this home that it's really important for drainage. When we talk about, finally getting into the home, we're going to take a lot of what we saw on the outside and carry it forward to the inside. So we're going to take a look at those windows on the outside, but then right away on the inside, we're going to look at those windows as well. Are they original? Are they painted over and sealed shut? Have they been replaced? Is it a wood on the outside and vinyl on the inside? Is it vinyl and vinyl? These things matter. They matter because of energy efficiency and what your monthly utility bill is going to look like. We're also going to take a look at the wiring. The requirements today for where you see electrical receptacles and how much space is between them is very different than a home built in the 30s or 40s. Will it be adequate for your needs? Do you have an amazing home entertainment center where you're going to need to run some extra outlets? Will the service panels support that extra amperage requirement? You may need to have an electrician do what's called a load calculation to determine if there's enough electricity in the home for your needs. Trying to run a washer, a dryer, a microwave, a dishwasher, and an oven all at the same time may really tax that 100 amp panel. So we want to take a look at that. And we can just look at the panel and see the main breaker, and right on there, it'll say like 100, 200, et cetera. We're also going to look at the furnace and the water heater. In these older homes, there may not have been space for a hot water heater. So is it kind of jammed in there? Is one of the water heaters that was installed many, many years ago and now has been replaced, is it laid over on its side over there because there was no way to get it out? That is something I've definitely seen before. So we need to look at that. Is the area where you stick the furnace filter into the furnace accessible? That's something to definitely pay attention to. Is the plumbing original? Is it cast iron? Is it galvanized? We need to be vigilant and look at that. Is it copper? Is it been recently updated to PEX? These are really important things to look at in these older homes. Remember, 1930 is approaching 100 years old pretty soon. Lastly, the kitchen. The kitchen back when these homes were being built was not the centerpiece of the home the way that it is today. And there weren't many appliances. So is there adequate space in there? If you jam a nice new gas range in there, a dishwasher, a full-size 26 cubic foot refrigerator, and an over-the-counter microwave in there, are you putting too much in there and the kitchen feels not very functional? These are things to pay attention to as well. Pay attention to how the dishwasher opens and does it bang into something else. Oftentimes these 30s and 40s built home have a galley style kitchen. And so there just isn't enough space to kind of make the home work for your modern day lifestyle. Lastly, built prior to 1978, you're going to be exposed to a lead-based paint disclosure, and it's your job to decide if you want to get a lead-based paint test. And then also, if there's any asbestos in the home, that certainly is well within your rights to get it tested for asbestos if you do go under a contract on the property. So hopefully you found this video helpful. There'll be another one coming up here about the homes built in the 1950s and 60s in Colorado Springs. As I say always, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next one.